Oh, here we are.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Yeah,
Welcome to
there we go.
DVTV in Space for Friday, June 16th. This is a special day for us. We have our first special guest here.
We're not special, Tammy.
Y'all
We're not
are
that
my
special.
regular guests.
Yo, has-beens.
So y'all know Israel on the end, Israel
Hi.
Luna. Then Busy Brad Pritchett is back with us
Hi,
today.
everyone. It's so good to be back in the chair with y'all.
Brandy
Very
and
much.
Mara Sky.
Hi.
And I'm Tammy Nash with Dallas Voice. And this is our special guest. This is Ahmad Goree. He is with Dallas Southern Pride. And I asked him to come in today and talk to us about Juneteenth. This is Juneteenth weekend, and Dallas Southern Pride has the Unity Festival all weekend long, right? So I'm going to let Ahmad talk a little bit about what's going on and about what Juneteenth means and why it's important, and then we'll go on from there, okay? Take it away.
Well, thank you, Tammy, and definitely want to give you a special shout out for that great article that you did on Juneteenth.
Yes.
Ooh, look at that
you did with me.
picture.
Definitely appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate
Page
that.
14, this week's Dallas Voice.
Can we talk about the sexy pose we're doing here in this picture, though? That's what I'm most concerned about. I love this picture of you, by the way.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yes.
So.
Look
Yeah.
at that face. That's called I'm pondering taking you home. That's what that's
Yes.
called.
Or some people call it a smize. I mean, you're giving
there's
full
some massive
smize. I
smize
love
going on.
it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Hands down.
Well, thank you to Tammy, who coached me through the process and told me what to look and where to stand and how
She
to
does
kneel
it all.
down, so forth
Yes.
and so on.
She's very
So definitely
talented.
appreciate She is, absolutely.
You don't have to see the business look on the jump page there. I don't remember what page it jumped to.
Oh, it's another piece in there. Okay, I didn't get all the way back there. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool. Okay.
Business look.
That is
That's
page
awesome.
what?
Oh.
That is page 29.
29, got
Nice.
it. So we got 14 and 29, two different looks there. Okay, listen to us. We already digressed talking about how
I know.
handsome you are. Ignore us, and let's talk about the actual event and the cause.
Okay. Yeah. So Juneteenth is a Texas state holiday that was recognized when the end of slavery was announced when President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation back in 1863 on January 1st. However, slaves here in the state of Texas didn't get words until 2 years later, and that actually happened on June the 19th.
2 years
1863.
later?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's, oh my gosh.
So,
Of course, the Civil War was still going on, so they didn't really have the way to enforce the Emancipation Proclamation in the South. But they didn't know even beyond that after.
Because it's not like they had the internet or like
Right.
Facebook back then.
right,
I mean,
right,
it's like,
right. A mail carrier, things
Not
like
quite
that.
yet, bro.
So,
Right.
Those troops landed in Galveston, Texas, and that's when the slaves here in Texas found out that they were actually free. So it's a really big deal in the African American community here in Texas. So with Juneteenth and the Unity Festival, we thought it would be a good idea to celebrate that amongst the Black LGBT community because it just so happened it's in Pride Month. So it gives us a sense of a way that we could unify amongst ourselves in our community. There's still a little bit of oppression that we face in the Black community, being gay, being lesbian, being bisexual, transgender within the African American community. So I think this Unity Festival gives everybody in the community an opportunity to distance themselves from that oppression, that judgment, and just have a good time and celebrate and be free and celebrate who they are. So it's really a good thing. So that's Juneteenth, but we have a whole list of activities that's going on. We kicked off on Wednesday with a social gathering at Marty's. Yesterday we were at Club Tequila's. Today we're doing a meet and greet at the Marriott Suites for all the visitors that are coming in from out of town. Just so you know, the vast majority of the attendance comes from out of the state of
That's
Texas.
what I was going to
yeah.
ask you.
Nice.
So
Exactly.
do you have like a heavy influx of people coming from outside? So roughly how
Exactly.
many people do you have?
So
celebrating
last
with
year
y'all?
we probably had about 1,500. We're expecting
Wow.
double that, so close to about 5,000 this year.
Wow.
So about a week or so ago, we sold about 500 tickets this time last year. This year, we've sold maybe about close to 5,000.
So is this the only Juneteenth celebration in Texas? Is what's happening in Dallas, or does like Houston, Austin, do other cities celebrate it, or is it?
I'm sure that they celebrate Juneteenth
Right.
as a holiday.
Right.
This is the first. This is the only celebration that's combined with the LGBT community.
Awesome.
So Juneteenth and Pride together.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
nice.
African American communities all over the state have celebrated Juneteenth for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always been a big thing. But these guys take the Pride Month aspect of it and put it all
Yeah,
together.
that was
So
my question. Yeah, I phrased it wrong, but that was, in conjunction with
There's,
LBG.
You have the meeting tonight, or the meet and greet tonight, right? But then tomorrow is one of the bigger events. They've got the pool party at.
Yeah, so the pool party, that's the highlight of the weekend. So that's the
You had me
actual-
at pool party.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
So come out there. And,
He perked up when you
you're
said
more than
that.
welcome to come out and mingle and show your body and meet people. But so the Unity Festival is actually the pool party. That's the actual Unity Festival. So that's the highlight of the weekend. We're kicking off at Cedar Canyon Dude Ranch, which is in southern Dallas, off of Houston School Road, just right up the street from the University of North Texas at Dallas. We used to do it at Bungalow, but we've outgrown that.
That's
so
right.
we now moved to we moved to Cedar Canyon Dude Ranch. But it's going to consist of a lot of things: educational resources, healthcare screenings.
Awesome.
We're going to have vendors. They're going to be showing their products and services that they market to the LGBT community. We're going to have various officials that are giving formal written recognition. For instance, the governor is doing a proclamation for Juneteenth. The mayor of Dallas is doing a proclamation for Juneteenth in the Southern Pride Unity Festival. And Congresswoman Johnson has submitted a letter of welcome to the attendees as well. And then we're going to have the different social aspects. So we have lined up so far, we have legendary rapper Trina. Up and coming
Wait,
rapper
who?
Cardi B.
Trina?
Trina.
Trina,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Like Trina.
The Trina.
Uh-huh.
Right.
The Trina girl.
The Trina.
The Trina.
Yeah.
I love Trina.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Get your
Oh
tickets.
My God. Okay.
Get your life.
Right.
All right.
You're like,
Forget the pool
sold.
party. I want to go see Trina.
And then up and coming rapper Cardi B. I don't know if you've heard of Cardi B. And a newcomer R&B singer 7 Streeter, who's done songs with Chris Brown, so forth and so on. T.S. Madison, which is an icon in the
Yes.
LGBT community, is going to be there as well, hosting some of the activities that we have going on there. And we have a couple of local artists and a local couple of performances, lip sync performances, drag performances as well. But it's going to be a real nice event. We're looking forward to it. Oh, and then there's a surprise. So this doesn't air immediately, so there's a surprise.
Oh, no, this
Oh,
is
live. Okay,
live.
good.
Yeah,
oh, well,
you are
if you're
live.
watching, you're going to get to know about the surprise. So this is Juneteenth
We love a
is
sneak peek.
our 4th of July. So we're going to end the show, wrap up the show with a fireworks show. So everybody in Southern Dallas is going to get the opportunity. Yeah, going to get the opportunity to witness a fireworks show. So it just shows the celebration of independence.
And you heard it here first on
Love that.
DVTV in Space.
Yeah.
So,
I love
and then
that.
Sunday is.
Yeah, so Sunday we're gonna wrap up at Bachman Lake with a picnic and barbecue. So we're gonna have free food, free entertainment.
Those are
music,
two of
and
my
things like
favorite
that.
words, especially
There you
when they're
go,
used
right.
together. Free and food.
Girl, she got fireworks, Trina, and free
I
shit. She
know.
gonna be
Exactly.
all up
Yeah.
in
You're going to see
this
Israel
thing.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
So
Everywhere.
it's gonna be an exciting weekend, and we're looking forward to it.
Wow.
We're looking forward to everybody coming out in Dallas, and especially our out-of-town guests. We've just recently met with the Dallas Convention and Visitors Bureau, which is called Visit Dallas. So they're interested in this event. They're realizing that it's a significant economic impact to the city. So we want to make sure that we keep this event here and make sure
I
that
love
we have
that,
the
yeah.
support. Actually, the city of Houston is a sponsor, a presenting sponsor actually, which means they contributed, which is a really good thing. So hopefully it'll give Dallas some insight on how important this event is as well.
The city of Houston is a presenting sponsor for Dallas Southern Pride's
Yeah.
Right.
Juneteenth.
Exactly.
That's-
Dallas needs to stand up and pay attention.
I agree. I hope that sends some kind of message to the city.
Amon, I'm so impressed with the work that you're doing with all of this and this organization. I think it's so fun. I think for many of us that are sort of tied into to the community involvement, I'm interested to know, and I'm sure people listening and watching, how'd you get here? Like, what's your quick elevator speech? What's your story? What got you to this point now, doing so much for the community?
Right. Well, I've always been involved in public service ever since I was in high school.
There you go.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I've always been involved in public service ever since I was in high school. Volunteer, Spruce High School in Pleasant Grove. So being involved there, but I've always had that interest in public service, politics, policy. So I had the opportunity to work with various elected officials and being involved in my community. But once I finished school, I wanted to have that more direct impact, not just in the African American community, not just in the community as a whole, but also the LGBT T community as well, and making an impact on that. So I got involved when Kirk Myers, who is also the founder of Abounding Prosperity, took over Dallas Southern Pride. So I saw it as an opportunity to get in and get involved and really make an impact. So that's where I am now.
I love it. That's
Nice.
great.
I'm going to tell everybody just a few facts that he didn't mention because I did the interview and I know these things. He graduated from Spruce High School. He went to Jarvis Christian College or college out in Hawkins, which is near Tyler. Then got his bachelor's there. He studied abroad in the Dominican Republic. Then got his master's degree, right, from Dallas Baptist
DBU,
University.
DVU.
Yes, and had been worked, which you worked he worked in 2008 for the Obama campaign in South Carolina. He worked for Senator Royce West in his Dallas and his Austin offices. Right now you're with
I'm with the U.S. Small Business Administration.
U.S. Small Business Administration, and he's getting his doctorate.
Oh
So-
my
Wow.
Talk about
Impressive.
busy.
My gosh.
I feel lazy. I mean,
I
like I've been
know.
lazy a little bit, not doing anything.
You're gonna get a fire under our
Yeah,
ass.
when
My
it's
gosh,
over.
we could spend the whole hour with you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We're getting close to the end of our first segment here, so we wanted to I wanted to give you one more chance. Just wrap it up real quick. Tell people where do they go to find out about the events and all of the information. What's the website?
Right. So the website is DallasSouthernPride.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook is Dallas Southern Pride. Instagram is at Dallas Southern Pride. So definitely check us out, and we look forward to working with you guys and seeing everybody out for a really great Unity Festival.
Absolutely.
Abs-
Yes,
Sounds great.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, there-
That's-
Thank you,
clearly
Amanda.
there's-
Really
yeah,
appreciate
thank
you taking the time to be here. So, y'all, find them, look in the Voice. There's the story about Ahmad is in the news section on
Page 14 and 29, and round of applause for our first ever DVTV and Spayse guest.
Yeah!
So excited.
There's also a story about T.S. Madison that's in the lifestyle section. Y'all can check that out too. So we're gonna take a break
Page
and we'll be
42.
back.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
There you go. Thank you. Oh yeah. Okay, welcome back. I'm so thrilled to have our very first special guest.
That
on
was
DVTV.
so
Yeah, he
exciting.
was amazing.
He does a lot of things.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
very busy.
Speaking of busy, my gosh, he's busy. I was impressed.
Speaking of busy, let's talk about some of the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah, let's see how you can get busy this weekend.
There is so
Yes.
much
Aw.
going on. And you know why I love, one of the many reasons I love Dallas Voice is because if you kind of are looking for things to do every week, they have the agenda laid out for you, and it's typically always on page 8 because that's what I thumb to first because, you know, she likes to be out and about on the town, right?
She is social.
Right? Outside of all of the things that our lovely first guest mentioned, there's a lot going on. This is Pride Month. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, what have you done to show your pride this month? Let's just make sure that we're all doing something, right?
Exactly.
Okay, we can get into that a little bit later. What you got, Israel?
I've
No, I was just
I've
gonna say
done
that.
this. I
Okay.
did this.
That's right. You
Oh
actually
yeah,
did
show
that.
it. Did you show it?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a really great cover.
Isn't that a beautiful cover? Kevin
I love that
Thomas.
cover. I love
Yeah.
that cover.
Awesome.
One of the things that I've been doing is I posted on Facebook and I said, "Hi everyone, this is to my straight allies. This is what it is. This is what it means, and please use the little flag reaction on
Yes,
Facebook.
I love that.
And if you know any LGBT people, please wish them a happy Pride Month. And a lot of them have.
Yeah.
That's
A
excellent.
lot of my
That's
strong
awesome.
people. So
Do y'all find when you're talking out in the community that people get confused because our parade and our festival is in September versus Pride Month happening in June?
Yeah.
Do you answer that question a lot? I know
Yes.
that I do for
Yeah.
a lot of people that move here and stuff. And so I just want to, Pride Month is Pride Month. It's national. It's in June. That's what it is.
it's for everybody.
Yeah, it's for everyone. Now we do our parade and our festival in September, but that got moved. And am I speaking out? That got moved. Why and when? Because
Okay,
of-
we're gonna. Well, you know what? We're gonna hold the agenda. We're gonna talk about some Pride stuff right now.
great.
Dallas's Pride Parade moved in the 1980s, in the mid 1980s, to September, ostensibly to celebrate the ruling, Judge Barefoot Sanders' ruling in the first Texas sodomy law challenge, where he ruled that the Texas sodomy law was unconstitutional. It was Section 2106 of the Texas Penal Code, and it prohibited private consensual sexual contact between adults. And that means, you know, we're not talking about public sex, we're not talking about sex with children, we're talking private consensual adults. And we had a law that outlawed that or prohibited that. So the first ruling was in the early 1980s, and to celebrate that, we moved the parade. And we just kept it there, even though that ruling was eventually overturned and we had to wait till 2003 for Lawrence v. Texas to get rid of our sodomy law. But that's why the parade is in September here. Now, I believe the only big Texas gay pride celebration in Texas is in Houston. They have their parade at the end of the month, around the 28th, 29th every year. It's a Saturday night parade. Dallas is in September, third Sunday in September. Fort Worth celebrates Tarrant County Pride, is always the first weekend in October. Dallas Southern Pride, as Ahmad was telling us, is also the first weekend in October. And Austin is in August. So, you know.
And I think in Corpus Christi or South Padre, theirs is the end of this month. Isn't Splash? I think Splash is
coming up.
Is coming up.
Yes.
I think they celebrate in June. So we're
And
kind
that's
of all over the place.
A pride.
In tech. Yeah, it's a Pride. It's
no,
their
well,
Pride
First
Festival.
Splash already happened.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it happened like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. So then it was the beginning
First
of
Splash
June.
is always. First Splash is in Austin, and that's in.
Because it's on which one? Because Memorial
Yeah.
or Labor Day
Yeah.
weekend? Which
Memorial.
one's Memorial? So it's on Memorial Day
Memorial Day.
weekend.
That's First Splash, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but South Padre does something like that similar,
it.
but it's for their Pride. Yeah.
okay.
Well, the good news is we have it spread out. We have a good variety of things happening all throughout the summer, it sounds like. Well, I'm glad. Thank you, Tammy, for that historical point of view, because it's funny. I talked to some younger folks in our community, and they're always like, no, girl, it's just too hot. Dallas moved it to the fall.
Well, see, that's kind of what I
And
heard.
that's-
was the
that's
reason.
yeah,
part of
that
it.
is-
And I think that is part of the reason that they chose not to move it back. Also, and I believe that part of the reason is that it doesn't conflict with other local pride, other Texas prides, and it gives us a chance for you, if you wanted to go to celebrate Pride in Houston, go
I
in
agree.
June. Then you can go to August, or in August, go to Austin.
Or if you want to go
September.
celebrate in San Francisco in June
Anywhere.
or New
Absolutely.
Orleans, like you don't have
Absolutely.
to choose between your home state and somebody else's.
Right, but part of it is the heat. You know, makeup melts and glitter runs. right?
Glitter runs. We all know that.
Let's not get it too twisted because last year was 102 degrees. and
Oh,
I
that's
sweat my ass off on the float, no
Yes.
matter what time of the year it is.
That is true.
So we did jump ahead. I want to get back into the agenda because Ahmad, as he was saying, so many things to do around all of the events that he was speaking of. But just so you know, there's so much more to do outside of what he was talking about. Obviously, Juneteenth is through June 18th. We have the Fed Club Mixer coming up on June 16th. Those are always really, really fun. Personally, I go to those and I have a great time. Dallas Wings Pride Night is also June 16th. We have tickets. Oh, Tammy just
Oh.
whips
Oh,
out
fun.
tickets. from her
She just
shirt.
whipped it out,
oh
didn't
my
she?
gosh.
Wow.
That sounds like fun. At the
Stand
College
back.
Park Center. She's ready to sell those. We have Cinewag
No,
going
I'm
on.
not. Those are my
No wonder she's guarding them
fired.
so
Yeah.
close to her loins, honey.
Yes.
She is
Close to my
not-
heart.
She's not getting rid of those tickets.
This is my heart, not the loins.
Oh, that's true. Heart, loins. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Our hearts and our loins as men.
We have a full
Mine
listing
too.
of events, as I said, on the agenda page of this week's edition of Dallas Voice on page 8. I will say something that I always love going to. I'm bummed I waited too late to get tickets and they were sold out. Is Gay Bingos tomorrow? It's so much fun. I love what
Yes.
Resource Center does with that. It's
I
always
love Gay
such a good
Bingo.
event. Tell you what, I'd never gone before, and I actually was very nervous. I didn't realize how fast paced and how in it to win it people are at Gay Bingo. Like
It's
if you don't.
serious because you can win some cash.
Yeah,
like,
girl. And
I
if
mean,
you don't have
spend-
your dauber ready, your ass
You
is
gotta
left
go.
behind, honey.
You
You're
gotta
left
go,
behind.
Grandma. You gotta go.
But the other great thing about Gay Bingo, especially, is that there are so many straight people that go as
Yeah.
well.
It's a way
very
for
popular.
them and for just to kind of come together for a chance to win money, support a good cause. Like there's nothing bad about that event. I love it. I love it. I love it. And they have a theme that you get to dress up every
Yep.
month. I mean, how
Summer 11 is this week.
summer
Yeah.
happens so fast.
That
Yeah,
it
that's
did,
perfect.
that it did.
All right, I see a karaoke DVTV coming up here.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. Totally.
Oh my God, you got the right
right.
We could do
group.
that.
You got the right group. Oh, and June Pride, or SMU, June 21st, SMU Pride is also coming up too. So tons of things.
SMU has a pride.
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's they're beginning it.
Yep.
It is an affinity group for LGBTQ alumni of the SMU. They're holding their
That is-
kickoff meeting coming up on the 21st.
That's awesome because you always hear some kind of back and forth things
Uh-huh.
about their support with the community, and
I
so
wonder
that's-
if Miss
that's
Jenna
aw-
Sky, who is an employee there,
Yeah.
I wonder if
yeah, because
she
they're
has
really
anything to do with it.
LGBT friendly. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that she
they are.
knows.
There's also, again, Pride related. Oaklawn Band has a concert coming up on the 23rd. 24th, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, June 24th, is Queer Bomb, which is kind of our big June
Yeah.
Pride celebration. And I think the idea for Queer Bomb is to be very non-corporate.
And I love that.
Low, it's a low cost kind of thing. You're not paying a lot of money to participate. They don't have a big parade. They have a rally. They have a march. They have entertainment. People dance. And I think one of their focuses is to kind of hark back to the beginning of
Yeah.
Pride and the protest aspect of it, and the making a point
Yeah.
rather than just having a good time.
And I love that. I think, and I always tell people, you need both and. You need people who are going to maintain grassroots and kind of keep it non-corporate, the anti-HRC, the anti all of this, but then you also need the HR. You need both and.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You need to have both, and that's the only way that we're going to move forward is by having both. You get rid of one, then the other. You got to have both. And so I love that Queer Bomb exists now because it brings it back to its roots. It brings it back to, no sponsorship. This is about the people, just us being queer, getting together. But then you have, the Pride that we celebrate in September. And it's nice to have both. It's nice to have options, and it's nice to see both represented in our community.
And June 25th, Sunday, Tyler Area Gays, TAG, they're going to have a picnic. So they're celebrating Pride in East Texas.
Hey,
good.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
That. Yes.
June 25th, Pride Denton 2017, an organization called Glitter Bomb
Oh,
is
yeah,
going to
that's
be
Lilith,
organizing a Pride celebration there. Also on the 25th, Divas and Desserts. There's a young woman named Miss Texas Leather 2017.
Miss Texas Leather.
Ooh.
Dawn
I just love our
Knowlton.
community.
Dawn
Yeah.
Knowlton, she is a chef, and she has put together a very special event. It's going to be at, oh my gosh, I can't remember it's 3015? 3015.
3015 Trinity Groves.
Yes,
Trinity
it's an
Groves,
event venue there,
yeah.
right?
It's a nice
And
venue, actually. It's
Chef Sharon Van Meter runs that place, and Sharon Van Meter is helping her with this, and her staff is going to provide the goodies and the cocktails, and there will be a drag show. So it's like $75
Oh
a
my
ticket.
gosh, drag queens, divas, and desserts. How can you not want to go to
I
something
know.
like that? If none of that appeals to you, we can't be friends.
Right.
And there is a
Stop
story.
watching.
Yeah, just stop.
Yeah, there is a story. I was looking for the.
There's a
Put the
story
story on
about that in this week too.
While you thumb through, I do want to mention one thing, which I think is really,
20.
really cool. During commercial break, we had a postcard passed around the table, and Israel can talk more about this. Save the date, July 7th. If you are between the ages of 15 and 20, we have a new dance club for young adults called Sanctuary. What's this about, Israel?
Yes. Well, we thought that, it's summertime, all the kids are out of school, and I know that I've had a couple of relatives, specifically two nephews that came at different times, and they are underage. They're 19. One of them was 18, one of them was 19. And I thought, well, I can't take them to JRs. I can't take them to S4. What is it for these young adults to do? And I thought, you know what? If I'm already concerned just when they come to visit, and they're out from, little small Texas towns, what do the kids do here in Dallas? So we thought, why don't we turn the event room here at the studios into like a dance club, and we'll have it chaperoned by parents and everything, having a few options of drinks, non-alcoholic, of course, and then play music videos and just like treat them like young adults, like almost like preparing them to be.
What I love
going to the
about this
nightclub.
idea was that he was talking about they're going to have bouncers. Like it's really like a nightclub. So
love it.
it's not going to feel like you're just coming to an event. It's going to feel like the experience of being out on a nightclub on a Saturday night. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
It's not teen dance at the community center. It's-
Exactly.
Yeah, we want it to
It's
be
an
cool.
actual-
We
yeah.
don't want to be there looking over their
'Cause we're
shoulder.
cool
We'll be in the
people.
next room,
Yeah.
having parents there, but we want to give them the opportunity to act like adults. And if they don't, we're going to tell them, you act up. We're going
Then
to
you're
kick you
out.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
You gotta-
bouncer's going to come for
You
you.
got to get them ready, because
Exactly.
at some point they're going to have to deal with the real bouncer in a couple of years when they
Right.
become 21. I love that idea. I think that's fabulous that you're doing that.
Okay, well, we're out of time again, so we're going to take another break, and we'll be back, and we've got some great stuff to talk
Oh,
about and
yes.
argue about, so y'all come back.
Love it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In the old days, when you wanted a home or auto insurance quote, you called an insurance agency and they would give you a quote from the company they represented. But when you call the Stephen Graves Insurance Agency, Stephen gets quotes from all the companies he represents, bringing you the best coverage at the best possible price. For home or auto,
Call 877-599-0808. Stephen Graves Insurance.
Okay, we're back. We're back for segment number 3 for today, and now we're going to argue, right?
Are we?
I don't think we're gonna
maybe
argue.
not, maybe not.
I don't think it's going to be an argument.
Probably. No.
There
This
might
is
be some
our-
disagreements. but-
This week is our National Pride issue, because June is National Pride Month, and we were just talking about we don't celebrate with a parade here, or Fort Worth or Austin, and we talked a little bit about that. But there's so much controversy over what Pride is, so many arguments, and I think this argument over the Pride flag that's going on right now probably exemplifies a lot of what we're talking about. The city of Philadelphia, right?
Mm-hmm.
City of Philadelphia came out with a new rainbow flag.
That incorporates a new color, right?
Two.
Two new colors.
Sorry,
Two
that you
colors.
Black
shouldn't-
and brown.
It's black and brown.
Black
shouldn't-
and brown.
Shouldn't drink Coca-Cola real fast while you're. Yeah, there's a brown stripe and a black stripe, and it signifies inclusivity, a racial inclusivity, because people of color often feel left out in our community.
Well, because there are actual green and purple and orange people.
See, I think we have a
We already know where
We
this
were,
is going.
yeah, we have a dissenting opinion.
Yeah.
already. I'm going to assume that Israel is against the idea
Israel,
of
tell
adding.
tell us what you feel.
Well,
How do you
I
feel?
well, first, again, like I always like to do, is I want to ask questions first, and it's okay. Why do you feel like we need to incorporate more colors? And then if it's to be more inclusive, they're doing the opposite. I feel, because it's a rainbow flag, which is the basic 6 rainbow colors. I feel.
But that's not where it started. The original design was 8 colors.
8 colors.
Was it? Okay. See, I
Yeah.
didn't know
It
that.
had,
was 8
it had hot
colors.
pink and a teal and an indigo.
And,
Okay.
and the reason why it got cut down to the colors that it is because a mass flag company got a hold of it and they couldn't reproduce, like I think it was the fuchsia color.
Okay.
So they
Pink.
cut it, the pink.
Yeah.
So they cut it down. So the pride flag that we celebrate with now isn't in its original form.
Got it.
Just like the flag, the American flag we pledge allegiance to, is not the same flag that was original.
Gotcha.
You know.
So, well, even with knowing that, I'll just say we, in quotes, we accepted the flag as it was, even if it was for the reason of mass production, whatever. If we wanted to be a little lazier, and we decided, okay, we're going to be a little lazier and we're going to make it now these 6 colors because we're too lazy to actually custom make them because it might be too expensive. Deal. What I'm afraid of is, I'm all about the extra inclusion, but I'm afraid of what it's now going to start to do, the domino effect, because now someone else is going to say, well, we want this color, and they're going to say, well, why that one? Well, because now
Because
it
I
includes
paid
this.
my ticket on the plane.
Exactly.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I thought
I'm
of.
afraid that now somebody's going to come and want to add another color, and we're going to say no, and they're going to say, well, why not? You put a brown and a black one, why not this? And now it's going to become a big mess.
But you also have to look back at what's going on in the actual Pride Festival. So like what happened in DC, they had their Pride Parade, and then you had the black community and the brown community protesting it because they feel discluded. So like the Pride Parade is happening and they did an they stopped it, they did an anti-demonstration. And so I think this dialogue has been happening with queer people of color for a long time. What the point of the Philadelphia and them doing, and if you go to their website, it is more color, more pride. And what they wanted to do was begin a dialogue as to the inclusivity of queers of color. And I think if that was their intent, which I think it was more to start a dialogue of how can we as a queer community be more inclusive to brown, black, even trans. We talked
Yeah.
about this last week.
Right.
How can we become more inclusive and start that inclusivity dialogue? And how do you do that? You do that by starting some kind of controversy. We also talked about that last
Yeah.
week as well.
And I think if they wanted to start dialogue, they were successful, because I have to be
Yes.
honest. First of all, I'm on the fence still with this issue. I'm all about, inclusivity, and I really do try to practice that every day. And before I did my research just 24 hours ago on this topic, I was sort of like, well, this seems a bit crazy. I should probably research the birth of the flag, how it all got started. What I don't like about this whole thing is that for me, it comes from a place of attack, because the director at this group in Philadelphia that sort of pushes for this and is an advocate for it, Director Hikes, and I quote her, "White people do not know what racism looks like because that's the definition of racism." That's not the definition of racism
Right.
at all. And I just want to make sure that we all know what the actual flag stands for. So if you're watching and you have this reference, each of these colors represents something different on the flag. Nothing about the birth of this flag, what it stands for, has anything to do with ethnicity or race. Red is for life. Orange is for healing. Yellow is for sun. Green is for nature. Blue is for harmony. Purple is for spirit. The flag itself represents inclusiveness and everyone. It has nothing to do with white, black, brown, Asian, Latino. There is the way that it is currently, there is nothing to do with race.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, these aren't skin colors. This includes everybody. Now, before we had transgender women saying, well, I don't feel that we're really a part of the LGBT community. And now you have, men of blacks or Latinos or whatever. It's like, but this represents everybody. If you feel that way, it doesn't mean we need to change the flag. And now we're going to include, because it seems like those are now skin colors thrown in there. And now it's going to mess everything
right.
up. It's going to start a mess.
Let me
Is what I think.
give you guys a different perspective, okay? Did you know what the flag meant before you looked that up?
I did not know that each color
I didn't
meant
either.
something.
Okay.
No.
All right. So adding another color
Mm-hmm.
is going to just ruin the whole meaning of the flag for you?
No. I never said that. I didn't
No,
know.
no,
what
I'm not
yeah,
saying
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
attacking you. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, think about it, based on what you were saying. Not to be pointing to you, not to attack you or you. But you guys are, first of all, male, and you are white male. You're almost white male, at least the way you
And a
look.
black woman,
and a
black
I was
woman
gonna say,
inside.
yeah.
On the
there's-
outside.
That, yes.
Yeah.
But there is a certain level of privilege that
Right.
you get,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I'm not saying that you've done something wrong,
Right.
or that white men have done anything wrong. It's just you are accorded privilege whether you ask for it or not,
Yeah.
and because of that privilege, and I get privilege because I am white.
Mhm.
Okay,
And I get privilege because I'm educated. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
we all
We
have
all have
things
privilege,
that
yeah.
some of us get a level of privilege that other people don't have. We cannot sit here. I cannot sit here, and you cannot sit here and talk about racism and what it means and doesn't mean. And I've had some friends explain to me, racism is not just about prejudice and discrimination. Racism is prejudice and discrimination coming from a place of power.
Right.
exactly.
You know,
Right.
if you were a black person and you didn't like me because I was white, that would be prejudiced. Wouldn't be racism, because as a black person, you do not have systemic power
No.
over me as a white person. And that's not what you're going to find in the dictionary, but that's when you're talking about racism, when people are talking about racism, when
It's
you
a power
black, it's a
Mm.
power
It's a
thing.
power play.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
has
'cause
nothing to do.
definitely.
And
Definitely.
systemic power. Now, you know what? I wrote about this a little bit in my
It's
column
really good.
this
You need
week.
to read it. Page
Yeah.
10,
Yeah.
Dallas Voice.
It doesn't hurt me if they put extra colors. And if that makes them feel better, and if that makes other people that have felt excluded
Yeah.
feel included, y'all go for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly how I feel, because it's
Yes,
kind of like
but-
my flag, my rights. If you want to fly that flag, fly it. If I don't want to fly it without the colors, I don't have to. It's like an abortion. You're against it, don't get one. Like
Right. Or gay marriage.
or gay marriage.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
have
marry
one.
a- don't marry a
it's-
gay.
We have to stop imposing our own personal views on a blanket general statement of people. If somebody wants to, if that makes them, like Tammy said, feel good, then fly it. I changed my profile picture in solidarity for all those people that are like, I fucking hate this, and I'm like, well, you know, if somebody wants to fly that, I'm not going to take that away
Yeah.
from them.
100%. For the record, I'm like, hey, add whatever color you want.
Yeah.
When
No,
I
no,
watched
yeah.
a blog about it this morning, and someone was like, because in their opinion, the person who was doing this video blog, the flag itself stands for equality. They said, well, then should we be prepared to add a brown strip or a black strip to the pink breast cancer ribbon? Because the ribbon itself stands for breast cancer awareness, right? So now do we need to say black and brown breast cancer awareness and add brown and black strips to the pink ribbon?
Those
That's
colors-
what they were coming from.
Those colors actually represent different kinds of cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying is, I am against it only because, not because I understand that they feel more inclusive now, but now this is what's going to happen, and I am telling you right now, this is what's going to happen.
Some Asian doctor's going to scream about getting taken away.
Exactly. And he's going to deserve it.
Yeah.
But people are now going to say, well, I want my own color now. I want mine to be, and it's going to be some random color. And they're going to say, because if they allowed it once, now you have to allow me to have it. And now every city is going to have some different flag. And I would love
But
for
what's
our
wrong with
entire
that?
community.
Like-
Well, and the only thing is, I wish that we had one flag that everyone knew meant all of us. And now that's not going to happen, because now it's going to create a big mess. And now it's going to be more separate because everyone's going to have different flags.
But the rainbow flag really obviously didn't feel inclusive to some people if they felt like they had
Who
to add.
cares? Honestly,
No, I'm talking
who
about.
cares?
But that's why there's separate
they
pride
do.
events for black and brown, as opposed to just celebrating
One
with
pride.
with one pride. I mean,
I get it, but they have to get over it. This is the flag for everybody. If they don't feel it, I'm sorry. Sorry, you don't feel it. I'm sorry. Do something about it, but
Israel
don't
Women's
add-
opinions do
something.
not reflect the opinions of Dallas Voice.
finally, it's not
Or me. Or Brandy.
I'm just saying only because of the domino effect it's going to have. That's the only reason. If it was going to stop here and everyone's happy and everything's dandy,
but you
great,
can't
but it's
bank in
not
that.
going
But you
to.
know, we've already got a trans pride flag.
That's
Do you have a
what I-
problem with
yeah.
the trans pride flag?
No, but
We have
like
a leather
bear
pride.
Well, there's a bear
We have
flag, there's a leather
leather
flag, a trans flag.
Correct.
What's the
Yeah.
difference? So why
We have the
can't
U.S. flag
that
with
be
the
the
rainbow.
people of color
Yeah.
queer flag? Like, you know, we already, our community already has so many different flags that if they want add another one, welcome to the fucking family.
Well,
'cause we
everybody,
have,
I
like-
want my own damn flag.
Yeah, exactly. I
And
want
that's
a sky
okay.
flag, and
And
that's
that's
okay.
okay.
Well,
That's
I have a question.
okay.
I have a question. Being mindful of our time too, because I want to know actually what's the process now? Like, who makes it the official flag?
That's
And
what I was
like,
about to
Is
ask.
There not? There is. So
There's-
everyone
there's
just
no
do whatever you want to do with
official-
your
So
just
damn
do a
flag.
There's
There
no
is
official
no
flag.
there is no LGBT mafia.
There where they make the new
There-
flags, and all of a sudden all the old flags you can't buy.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
Right,
It's not going to
no.
be
So
like
which
that.
is going to make
Whatever
this
you
one
want,
go
man.
away? Is that a good thing? Maybe it is.
I don't think
No,
it
it's
is.
not
I
gonna
think
make
you're
this
gonna
one go
I bet
have-
away.
it'll still be around.
You're going to have both and. You're going to have both and.
All right, we're out of time.
We'll
Damn
be
it.
back.
So we'll be back.
Get your flags ready.
Get your pride flags out.
Back. Sorry, I'm chatting with Brad. We could sit here for the rest of this evening and all throughout the weekend and talk about this and argue about it, and everybody's got different opinions. So we're going to let Brad talk about this musical that's coming up because I think this is really a cool thing.
It is.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So if you notice on your weekly edition of Dallas Voice, the back cover ad is an advertisement for the summer musical happening at Dallas Theater Center called Hood, the Robin Hood Musical Adventure. And if you actually open up to page 38, Arnold did a story with the creators of this musical. So it's one of those things now. There's a lot of eyes on Dallas Theater Center because of the recent Tony win. And so we,
Yeah, congratulations.
thank you
on
so
that.
Very
much.
much.
Yeah, congrats.
Listen,
That's a huge deal. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
it takes a village, and it's 60 years in the making all the people before me, before them. I mean, literally, when the theater was founded in the 1950s, it was the place for Dallas to sort of be the cornerstone for creativity in our city, and it's here we are all these years later. But no, I'm excited about this particular musical, because like most gay men, I love musicals. But this is a world premiere, so no one has ever seen this before, and it's the story of Robin Hood, and it's done in such a creative way from two of probably the most creative playwrights and creators we have out there in the market right now. So Douglas Carter Bean and his partner and husband, actually, Lewis Flynn, created this piece. So just so you know, for people that don't know these guys, we're talking about the creators of Tu Wong Fu. So
Yeah.
everyone has seen that movie if
Wow.
you're in this community. My God.
Yes.
And they've gone on to do other things on Broadway, and they've reworked Cinderella. They did a musical that we did at the Theater Center years ago at the time called Give It Up. Went on to Broadway. It changed its title and was called Liz Estrada Jones. Our very own Liz Michael performed it here and then performed it in Broadway too. So what this is a campy take on the story that we all know and love, right? Robin Hood, you steal from the rich, to give to the poor. What I love about it is it's an awesome cast. It's all new music. It's high energy. The sets are awesome. The costumes are awesome. The score, the music is just incredible. And what you see in this picture here on page 38 is they've hired this team of these extremely talented puppet masters and puppeteers, and they've created just for the show these puppets and these characters out of found objects. So gone are the days of like putting your hand in a sock puppet, right? These things are life-size. They're moved by other people that play the roles. I mean, if you see in this picture, that's a KFC chicken bucket.
Yeah, it is.
as the
Okay, I
hat.
was looking
I
at
mean,
that,
these are
and
like
these are
Coke
aluminum
bottles
pipe
and
foil-
pipes and
pipe foil,
pans.
yeah.
And they're literally think the musical where the horses, I forget the name of it all of a
Equus?
sudden.
Equus, yeah.
Yeah, where it's not like people are inside there moving those, and it's actually like almost
Didn't
machinery.
they do a little bit of that in
Yeah.
Lion
Lion
King,
King,
too?
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. So it's very that. Think of that,
Yeah.
and these puppets come to life. And, I've been lucky enough working at DTC to sort of sit in some rehearsals and watch some of it go down. But I will say that, before this explodes, the call to action here is to get your tickets before they're out and before they get too expensive. But this is fun for the entire family. If you're looking for something to do, your kids are home, they're already driving you batshit crazy, and you want to get out. All of June, end of June, all of July, and the beginning of August, this show will be running every single night and days on the weekend, excluding Monday, at Dallas Theater Center in the Wiley Theater. And you just got to get your ticket.
And
Something
it's simply called Hood.
Hood.
That's
It's
it.
called
I
Hood.
like that.
And we've tagged it the Robin Hood musical adventure because it's just that. And listen, if you liked pretty people, let me tell you, the cast, Robin Hood and specifically,
In
is
tights?
easy on the eyes. Easy on the eyes. Yeah. So I would say get your tickets to that, because it's something to do for the fun. And listen, you get some drinks before. Even you don't have to be 12 years old to love it. You can
Yeah.
be 94 years old.
Now,
It's
I
gonna
have a
be fun.
question.
Yeah.
Since these are, since Hood is from the makers of Tu Wong Fu, are there like little gay things thrown in there, like little?
Because it's a work in progress, and their task every single day is to rework the script and cut 20 minutes off of Act 1, and this isn't working, the song is not working or is working, I'm not sure where we'll land. I can't imagine with the amount of camp being put into
you
this.
say the word camp, and it
Yeah.
automatically
Yeah.
goes.
Then
yeah.
there's
Totally.
gotta be something
some Easter
there.
eggs in
yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
Which makes it fun.
Yeah, it
it
totally
makes
makes it
because
fun.
we all get that.
When
you're 12 years old and you're sitting there, it goes
It goes over your head.
Bugs
head.
Bunny.
Little
But-
innuendo.
Yes.
Those little Easter eggs with some wine.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something fun to do for the summer. I meant to mention that earlier when we were talking about things to do. But seriously, go get involved in the art, and I think you'll love it. It's going to be an awesome show.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to boast a little bit.
Yes.
I think you should.
And we talked about this before, but this ad is in the paper this week. Thank you, Brandy. Dallas Voice won 7 awards at the
Yes.
Houston Press Club's Lone Star Awards.
That is
Nice.
so awesome.
Our very own Tammy placed second place, Print Journalist of the Year. That is so
Round of
yay!
applause in the
Round of
studio.
applause
Yeah.
for Tammy. Yes.
David Taffet. This is what makes me very proud. David Taffet is first place,
Wow.
Print Journalist of the Year.
So the first 2 places are held by our very own Dallas Voice.
Ooh.
Yes.
David-
Yeah.
That's
David
amazing.
David also was first for print news or feature story. And Arnold Wayne Jones, and you were talking about Arnold,
Yep.
did that. He is our executive editor over Lifestyles. First place for print photography. Beautiful photo of the hot air balloons from
Yeah.
a very
remember that one.
unique perspective
Wow.
of the hot air balloons in Phoenix. First place, Internet Opinion. It was a column that he wrote that I think the title was "David Bowie Let Me
Oh,
Be
yes.
Gay."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Allowed
Yeah.
me to be gay.
Yeah.
And in the same category, he placed third for Internet Opinion. And Cassie Nova is one of our regular contributors. Cassie placed third. James Love placed third. Print general commentary for her column following the shootings at Pulse last year. I'm very proud of my staff.
Yes.
They've done an
Wow.
amazing job.
That's awesome.
And
That's awesome.
this is the Houston Press Club competition, and I think David was first. I was second. I can't remember. Third place was like Fort Worth Weekly. But my staff is placing in front of people from Fort Worth Star Telegram and, other large mainstream.
Yeah.
This is the bomb, guys. Basically,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it in a way that she's not. This is the bomb. Like, you've got some bomb reporting, some bomb
Yeah.
photos. Like, this is the shizzle.
Talented
This is
people,
the shit
yeah.
right here.
Yeah,
I'm very proud.
Kudos. You should be proud.
Yeah.
I think we're doing some things that a lot of other cities aren't doing, and probably wish they could be doing. And it gives everyone an outlet, not only for the folks the award winners, and kudos to all of you, but people that, hell, I'll be honest. I remember reading The Voice when I wasn't even out of the closet yet, because I didn't know what else to do to connect with the news of the moment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I didn't know where to go.
Outside
what was
of
happening
Pornhub.
on. No,
Yeah.
Manhunt.
That wasn't even around. That wasn't around when I was born.
Well, I have to say, again, with this is, being going and visiting or living in other cities, you would think that these huge cities with big gay communities would have an LGBT newspaper, and they don't.
No,
They don't.
And the fact that not only that Dallas does, but we are in the freaking Bible Belt, and we have one that's winning awards.
It's winning awards.
So that says
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I also want to point out that what we do here every Friday is very unique. So
Yes.
there's not other. We're part of the National LGBT Media Association. I think it's 12 of the legacy papers. Bay Area Reporter, San Francisco, Washington Blade. We're the only one doing something like this too. We're the only one that does DVTV on the scene, like you do for us. And we're the only one that has this regular internet show that we're doing. So
Good tastemakers.
Feels good to be
Oh,
front
yeah.
runners.
Yeah,
We're not
the
Yes,
trailblazers.
pioneers.
we make some
Pioneers.
mistakes. We make our mistakes here and there, and we don't do everything everybody wants us to. But
Such is life.
That's why
kiss
it's
my
fun.
ass,
Yeah.
we're doing a good
Fuck
job.
up.
Exactly.
Kiss our ass and see us on the next segment.
And then that's right. I think we got to go to a break real quick. We'll be back to wrap things up.
Yay.
Okay, we're back. We're back for our 2-minute ramp up. We're going to start on that end with Israel.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to go ahead and promote Sanctuary one last time, which is going to be a dance club for young adults 15 to 20 years old. It's going to be here at Spayse Studios at 1499 Regal Row. We will be switching back and forth from the event room to our big soundproof green screen room, depending on what's available. But yeah, 15 to 20 years old. We're going to start July 7th, which is going to be a Friday night. And when it goes well, we're considering doing it every weekend throughout the summer. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
That's awesome.
All right,
And
Brad.
how do you kick people like me out who are over age who just want to come and have fun?
You can hang out with me and some of the other parents that are chaperoning.
There's an adult lounge.
Yes.
Okay, I love it.
We'll have
Okay,
drinks.
good.
We'll have strong drinks.
See how to get a fake ID in the opposite rate. I need my age to go down. Not up. Hey guys, there's so much to do. Reference page 8 of this week's Dallas Voice for your gay agenda. I'm most looking forward to Gay Bingo tomorrow, even though I won't be there. I have some friends that are going. Also, we briefly talked about Hood, the Robin Hood musical adventure. Get your tickets on DallasTheaterCenter.org.
And I'm Brandy Amarsky, and I can be found at brandyamarsky.com. And I just want to say, whatever flag you fly, just be proud. Just be you, do you, fly your own flag. Screw everybody else.
Amen, sister.
Hey,
Fly
don't
it
screw
proudly.
everybody.
Well,
That's
not
right.
screw everybody, but, you know. Don't pull in Israel.
All right. Okay, I've got 30 seconds. My name's Tammy Nash. I'm managing editor for Dallas Voice. We bring you this little program every week. Y'all have a good time. If you don't have anything to do tonight, go to Arlington, to the Central, I don't remember the name of the damn gym, the gym at UTA in Arlington on
damn
Center
gym.
Street. Go there, and it's Pride Night with the Dallas Wings, y'all, and it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of stuff going on. So get your tickets, and see you at the ball game. Bye.
Bye. See y'all next week.